I don't even know what the weather is out here. I just know I'm sweaty and I'm hot. So probably a month ago, my wife and I, we decided we wanted to switch deodorant brands.
Humble brag.
Yeah, you know it. We bought an organic one that.
Oh no!
I think I may have brought this up in the podcast. That I did because I started eating Oreos. It was
That's right.
It was mint cupcake, and let me tell you something. We smell like mint cupcake. It was amazing until it was not. Until you realize that you're a fat person walking around smelling like cupcakes.
If anything, you're what everyone expects you to smell like then at that point. Don't they all smell like cupcakes? That and donuts.
I don't know, but that dude does over there.
Either cupcakes, donuts, or breakfast burritos. That's all.
There's something about it. Like sweets are supposed to be amazing, not to cover up smell.
Bad smell.
Bad smell. And
objectively bad smell.
And before we bought that deodorant, I bought a spray for the bathroom that was along those same lines, where it was like chocolate chip cookie. And at first it was great until I realized that maybe some of that cookie smells like shit.
You dipped the cookie into your ass first beforehand.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Fresh out of the oven, dabbed it right in your bunghole. Yeah, I believe that.
You know it. And
that's a great point. I didn't consider that like, oh yeah, eventually body odor, it's going to have to combat natural body odor. And how is that going to go? And who's going to win that battle? Yep. And I imagine it's on team body odor at that point.
Mm-hmm. Now I can't eat a mint chocolate chip cookie without thinking about armpit. I will never be the same.
I ran into the same problem. The moment you said organic deodorant, I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely have an idea of where this is going, because I tried the same. There's this brand that I bought like a few months back, probably like 6 months ago. Never have I ever had a deodorant stick last so long because I just won't use it anymore.
Why?
It's like organic-ish, and it's aluminum free. And aluminum's like what clogs your pores and all that, preventing the odor from escaping as well. And it's not antiperspirant or anything, but that it is like aluminum free. And by God, I need all the aluminum because I smell like fucking shit. I smell like a pine tree that got shat on by a dinosaur. It's really bad whenever I wear it. And I just don't wear it anymore. I had to go through like multiple work shifts wondering what I did wrong.
Probably life. If I had to guess, life.
Yeah, there's actually a lot to that now that you mention it. It's not 100% the deodorant's fault, but it doesn't help the situation at all.
You made the decision to buy it. Luckily for mine, I believe it still has the aluminum. Because if not, there's nothing about this man that would smell like a cupcake. I'll tell you that right now.
I kind of want to try it for my own sake of science now, just to see how it goes.
What you should do is put one with, one without. See what side smells first.
Oh God!
And make sure you're at work though.
I become odorous so quickly too. It's bad. I'm just a stinky guy. I'm just a man. A hairy man.
Man's meant to be smelly.
Exactly.
That's how God designed us.
If there's any reason I knew that Cynthia and I should eventually get married, it's because she actually enjoys, but the fact that I have a penis does help, I guess, in our situation.
What a nerd if she had one too, but
I mean, I don't know if I would be 100% opposed to it, considering that I'm in love with her. But at the same time, I'm fine with being the only penis in our relationship, at least in a physical sense.
Okay.
She metaphorically has one now and then.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah. Metaphorically speaking, bigger than yours.
Oh yeah, I would say so. Most times, yes. Most times, yes. If anything, when she whips hers metaphorically out, then mine physically goes back in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We might have the tools, but they have the power.
Is that an Optimus Prime quote?
I think it's more of a Home Depot joke, but sure.
I think so. Jesus God. Wow. Oh my God. John 2022. You've had a lot of weird quotes over the years, but that might be the most sound advice you've ever given.
Hitting you with facts.
Pax. Jesus God.
Oh
Well, we
man.
got the words of wisdom
Oh.
done and out of the way right quick.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's hot.
Watch the video version.
Oh,
John just whipped out a McKellar beer.
oh.
I never thought I'd see the day you whipping out without me. I'm excited. Nice.
Well, it was on clearance at Vaughn's.
Wow. I'm surprised Vaughn's carries that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. A 4-pack
really
for $9.50.
Whatever. Yeah, that's nice. A little over a couple bucks each.
That's dirt cheap. Yeah, $3 a can. 3, 6, 9. No. It's 3 cans. Buy 3, get 1 free. There we go. That's
there you go.
There's
you
the
go.
math.
Beautiful. And what kind of beer do you have there? Then I see that's a nice Blue Boy by McKellar Brewing, but
Windy Hills. I think you've drank this one on the pod.
Oh, it's a hazy. Isn't it a hazy? I think so. It's at least an Imperial IPA.
You are absolutely wrong on all counts, sir.
Really?
New England style Indian Pale Ale.
Oh, fuck my mouth. God damn.
Definitely. Oh.
With like a big wrought iron. God damn, I'm sorry. But I have had it before at a couple restaurants, and it's good. I enjoy it.
Oh, it's good. It's a good can. Oh.
John is dabbing his forehead with his cold can right now, keeping himself cool in the California summer heat.
Oh my
summer
God,
sun.
so hot. All right, now I'm gonna drink this bad boy before I make the beer hot.
Well, I'm glad. I mean, so this is a beer podcast, a craft beer podcast. You know, hence the name and all. We take good pride in the beers that we happen to drink here. John brought his lovely craft brew, and so I figured, you know what? I'm gonna bring myself a Miller
I
Lite.
know it. You son of a bitch.
A fine Pilsner beer.
I'm gonna ban you from cheap beers. We get 1 veto a year, and that's gonna be my fucking veto.
1 veto? Okay, for sure. Unless we're both suffering through them together, then yeah, then we cannot do it individually. I think that's fair.
I see you drink those 3% pregnancy safe beers, I feel like you need to have 5 of them.
Fair enough. In one episode over the course of, well, too bad. This is the only one I have, but I will be down to chug maybe like a Stone IPA after this. I do have one of those in the fridge for me if you want.
Oh, from the other night?
My dad picked up like a 6-pack of like the standard Stone.
So why are you starting with that shit?
I had 3/4 of a can earlier of Stone, and we're supposed to go to lunch after you and I are done here. And I just figured I would save the rest of my IPA day at the restaurant we're going to, because they actually carry great IPAs there. So I'm excited.
Where are you going?
September's over in Chino Hills.
Ooh, I recently had September's. It's great.
It's chill. Yeah, they have a good little list of beer there. It's not bad. Some crafty stuff. They may even have a McKellar beer when I get there. Who knows?
Since we're talking about that specific area, when was the last time you went to Luchador?
It's been a while. Probably been like a quarter of a year or so. No, yeah, maybe like 3 months or 4 months.
Shit. So you've been to more breweries out here.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
A few more times than
I love Luchador though. It's fun, and they always rotate new beers, which
I love breweries. That
part of the greatness. Yeah. I mean, it's nice if you fall in love with one. I get if I do, I get sad if it's gone the next time I go. But I have seen some come back, I think, so that's good. At least that. So I'm like, God damn, no, I really like that one. I only got to have it like once or twice. I need to make sure I experience this at least several times more. And next thing I know, they're already gone. But the last time I went though, I remember, I had bought some comics, read a couple of them while I was there, had a beer or two, and then waited for Sin to get there. So yeah, it's been a few months now, but I look forward to going back eventually.
Nice. You went to a brewery by yourself to read comic books.
Yeah, it was a nice way to enjoy a comic.
I was gonna say that's nerdy, but I think it's better than having coffee and drinking and reading a comic book.
I want to do that now. I'm going to get really nice and dressed up, not dissimilar from how I dressed up last episode. Even classier, dare I say, if it's possible. Bring a suitcase, yeah. Yep, absolutely. I'm going to have just paperwork in there that I printed off the internet. Nothing crazy, just a bunch of like spreadsheets, like a template of spreadsheets, if you will.
Not even yours.
I'm going to accidentally open up my briefcase. Some papers are going to fly out. I'm going to pick up my glasses, and I'm like, oh, God, excuse me. And then I'm just going to sit down and proceed to pretend to work. Proceed to read a book that happens to be one of the comic variety. Yes.
I don't think comic book's a book.
It's in the name.
I was waiting for you to say that. Well, you're wrong. You don't know how to read. It's actually comic brook.
Brooke. I know, that's my bad. I've been missing the silent R all these years.
It's so silent. It's not even in the spelling.
Exactly. It's all right. It's English. It's complicated.
Knife,
Hardest language to learn.
Knife.
Knife. Knife. Excuse you.
Knife. I'm gonna stab you with my knife.
I would love to just pronounce it like that from now on. That's the only way I will ever say it. If I say it incorrectly, correct me, please.
Knife. I like that. Oh, okay. I definitely like that.
Speaking of liking stuff, we had San Diego Comic-Con 2022 roll by this past week. You want to talk about some of that? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah. Woo, DC. The Rock.
You know what? Yeah, they did have that Black Adam trailer, a Shazam trailer as well. Shazam! Which was an entertaining trailer. I didn't watch the Black Adam trailer yet, though. Or I watched a moment of it. Sin had it on.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, I wait. I know why. It's because I'm a Marvel fanboy. Yeah, DC, those Shazam look good. I like the first one.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, The Rock just isn't doing it for me. I like The Rock.
Everyone likes The Rock.
I love his TV show, Young Rock.
Is it good?
Oh, it's great. It's such a good show. But maybe because, I was hype over him being Black Adam like 15 years ago when he first announced it again, like 15 years ago. So I think I lost some of that steam.
Yeah, that's understandable when something takes as long as from 1876 to now to eventually come out.
He was literally a rock when they announced it, and he evolved into a human.
The entire stage of evolution, he became an actual person.
We got shitty Snyder movies before we got a Rock movie that was announced way before those movies. Did you see that article that came out that they were saying that Snyder paid for a lot of those Twitters to campaign to bring back like 10% or some shit like that? That him and his team paid for it.
Holy shit. Wow, that's crazy. No way. I mean, I guess it's possible. I suppose it's possible.
And that DC hated, or Warner Brothers hated every single cut he made, because I guess they kept giving him feedback and they kept making cuts, or he kept making cuts for them, and they basically considered the movie a disaster. So that's why they brought in Whedon.
Holy shit. Who didn't do much more with it, I would say, but
no, not at all. That movie was doomed to start since, Snyder took over it.
I mean, it was doomed to start the moment they thought they could just accelerate the entire process to like a 3-movie arc, as opposed to, I don't know, maybe a solid decade of story building.
I can just hear Diego screaming at us right now as he listens to this podcast, because I know he listens to us. Just hearing us badmouth his hero.
God bless you, Diego. But yeah,
those movies are awful.
They're not the greatest. They're definitely not the greatest. I can enjoy them, but
and I like I said, I am a Marvel fanboy, but when there's a bad Marvel movie, at least I'm willing to admit it's a bad Marvel movie. I don't write it until I fucking die, claiming it's the best movie ever.
And at least you can admit that you're a Marvel fanboy. At the very least, that.
Oh, I never got my checks though. I'm still waiting for. But...
Still waiting. They got lost in the mail. Disney's cool. They'll get back to us eventually. It's okay.
Do you think it's because they say ST Geek on the checks? and they never get
They might have
seen
some episode clips. Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
We're the Beer Belly one. We're right next to the ST Geek PO box. Put the checks in that one.
In that one? We don't have the keys anymore to that one. It's locked up. That's a good throwback in our friendship.
Yeah, so, and then the other big rumor was that Henry Cavill was supposed to
Yes, I heard about that.
Show up and announce, he was back as Superman. But that never happened. But there's like rumors going around saying, well, I've heard 2 different ones now. One is obviously he's over Superman. that
I don't believe
he
that.
just didn't like the direction that they took the character.
Oh, that's
Snyder,
fair.
thank
That's
you for
fair.
ruining amazing Superman. Snyder also
The best
creating one.
Superman of our
He
generation.
also created him. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's true. And I think you did a good job creating him. It's just
yeah, no, keep
where they
going.
went with him from there. Just, but that's not Henry Cavill's fault, obviously.
No, not at all.
I saw that there was a quick interview on the red carpet with Dwayne the Rock, who is now a human Johnson. And yeah, he was giving high praise to Henry Cavill. Like, yeah, Henry Cavill is my buddy. Like, whenever we sip tequila together, and I take time to hang out with him,
promoting
I
his
realize
tequila.
this motherfucker is Superman. He's our Superman. But he didn't like. I guess the initial question was like, "Hey, like, what are the rumors true? Like, is he going to be able to come back as such?" And he kind of just tiptoed around it, praising the guy,
yeah.
which is cool. I mean, hey, he's got PR people that he has to, keep happy,
You know, contracts and embargoes he signed and all that fun shit.
right? Just worth a few mil, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal.
Yeah, but let's just scrap everything about this Snyderverse because what's his name? Is it Ezra Miller is a terrible, horrible person.
Oh, Ezra Miller, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, taking over Hawaii one island at a time.
You're more likely to get attacked by him than eaten by a shark. That is a real statistic, people. I want you to know that. Be on the lookout.
You may be more likely to get eaten by Ezra Miller, not just attacked, but eaten, than a fucking shark eating you.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think. You know what? I think it all started when he got that nice, very attractive haircut in the Fantastic Beasts film.
What happened? He went from like 0 to crazy and so quickly.
Very quickly. I mean, I don't know. I would love to know that. What if we could get him on the show one day? Ezra, or if you have connections to Ezra, sorry.
They, correct yourself, yes.
Miller.
Miller. I like
that. If you can get a hold of Ezra, please, or Ezra, if you're watching, if you're listening, come on the show.
I'm gonna get smacked by the Flash.
I know, right? Exactly. He's gonna slap me where I'm at, and then you're gonna see him appear behind you in your screen, and then slap you right after too.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with that. Too bad he's not the Flash anymore, because he's an idiot.
It's too bad.
Ben Affleck is done because he fucking hated what they did with Batman.
Who could blame the guy? Who could blame the guy?
Cyborg just went on a shit spree and just talked all the smack about Warner Brothers. Whether it's true or not, he's not coming back, obviously.
Yeah, whether he wants to or not at this point. Yeah.
So, like, what this man created, his universe is slowly imploding.
That does suck. Like this whole campaign of, release the Snyder Cut for it to just, like you said,
all the actors
dissolve into almost nothingness.
They're dropping or they're crazy.
Well, I was going to say, if they're not dropping, they're Jared Leto. And if they're Jared Leto, then they're crazy. So it's a very good point. Life.
It's pretty vicious cycle.
Yeah. It's either you're in, you're out. But if you're in, you probably shouldn't be anyway. Nope. Dear God. Poor Jared Leto. But poor Jared Leto.
Is that all they announced? Just those two? Was it just Shazam and...
As far as DC goes, we're going back to SDCC. Yeah, I think that's all I remember. That's all that anyone cared to talk about on social media anyway, were those two things. I'm sure there's other things, like maybe like some series that they had, but obviously nothing that made any too big of waves. Let me see here. DC Comics, SDCC 2022. We'll just check this out.
Because they also got the Fandom, so I'm assuming they're saving everything for Fandom.
That's a great point. You know what? I would actually be down to go to Fandom. Imagine if we just to have fun, laughing throughout the entire thing. And hey, you know what? We're going to get a few great things that are announced. That's guaranteed, I think. But ultimately, just having fun. Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Couldn't remember why I watched most of Fandom last year. And it was
was
this in October? I was with Peter. And you weren't there, but I know my wife wasn't there either. So I think maybe they were out on their bachelorette party and you were working. That seems right. Yeah, because Maylee made us waffles and coffee.
Nice. Yeah, you're right. It was on October 16th last year. So yeah, okay. Good memory.
Yeah,
good memory.
That sounds exactly right. Because they went out like basically on my birthday. And then we went out on Peter's. Okay. Well, we're done with the shit part of Comic-Con.
For the record, I am looking forward to Shazam,
Shazam. The
and
first one was
I'm
great. Yeah.
hopeful that Black Adam blows us all away.
It's gonna be amazing. I mean, come on, it's The Rock. Like all
That's
shit
true.
talking aside, it's gonna be probably one of the really good DC movies that come out.
Right. One thing I have to say as well, just while we're on the topic for at the moment, at least Dwayne the Rock, who's now a human Johnson, you
Yes,
know,
but
is
not in Thor.
since he was like willing and happily willing to back away from the Fast and the Furious franchise, like he realizes when he's part of a joke and he doesn't want to be a part of it, despite how much fucking money he's going to get paid for it.
I'm gonna correct you really quick. They had
Oh
nothing to
no.
be with the joke. He left because fucking Van Diesel is terrible to work with, which is
Oh
why they
really?
say the director left too.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah, he's
really?
like a douchebag, and he's really that's what I've heard, that he's really hard to work. He owns the franchise.
Sure.
So it's his franchise, he could do whatever he wants with it.
Yeah.
But you don't know that whole drama. Like it was to the point that Van Diesel put out a video on Instagram saying you need to be with the family, and he included his like Van Diesel's daughters or some shit like that.
You have to drink at least one Corona every day on set.
Eh,
Absolutely.
it's
If it doesn't
mandatory
have
for
lime
La
and salt,
Familia.
go fuck yourself. You got to be there for La Familia. If you're not there for La Familia, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, that was, and then the Rock.
I do remember
responded.
hearing that he
Yeah.
was nagging him a lot.
Yeah,
And
The
eventually
Rock-
he was like, "No,
Yeah.
bro, I
Shut the
don't
fuck
want
up."
this."
Yeah, like The Rock responded and said, "Shut the fuck up," basically.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it had nothing to do with the money. He was in a franchise that is really successful. So the only reason he left was because it's Van Diesel.
Wow.
Terrible
I mean,
name.
Vin Diesel, he needs to be careful because anyone could play that Groot character. It's only one line. It's only
It's
one
okay.
line.
He has his
I'm sorry,
music
two.
career too. Okay.
That's
Okay.
right.
Hey,
And I heard it,
those
and it
two
didn't
songs are
sound
bangers.
terrible.
Yeah, they're bangers, man. The two songs. I was singing one so much that I got
You
Yvonne
actually
to
know
start
the
singing it.
lyrics.
I used
Nice.
to, not so much anymore.
Okay.
I don't even know what that stupid song's called, but boy, did I love it.
It might be called that. I don't know. Well, for sure. Are we out of the DCEU then as far as San Diego Comic
I
Con
think
goes?
just about everybody is, including the actors in that franchise.
That's so
Yeah.
sad, but true.
So I was really
Sure.
surprised about Marvel. Obviously, that's what everybody wants to talk about because it's the GOAT.
Marvel. Yeah, it blew everyone away. It blew
They
me
took a
away. Sin
golden-
and I got hype.
Like, this is the first time in a few years that they made announcements like this.
Yeah, like to this sheer magnitude, like we got like a very solid timeline, at least for the next phase, and then we have a strong idea of how the follow-up phase is going to be. Like we are okay. It's nice to know that now they've defined what is phase 4,
Everybody
and it's
was
about
confused.
over, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone was like,
I
"Yo,
was
we've been in
confused.
quarantine all this time. We've been in our caves, wondering what the fuck is going on with the MCU." Like we keep getting like these breadcrumb shows, which have been great for the most part, absolutely, but. Otherwise, like what qualifies as phase 4? Are we still in it? Are we not? And apparently we still have a little bit more to go, right? What's the final step of phase 4? They announced it.
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever will be
That's
the
this
swan
year.
song of phase 4. Is that right? Yeah, it's like what, November?
November 22nd? Something like
I
that.
think so. And then phase 5 kicks off with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, which is going to be
MODOK confirmed.
it's going to be
Yeah.
freaking crazy. I mean, that, and we have She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, which got a new official trailer.
Wait. I'm not
But-
done with that, man.
Oh, please.
Let's
Okay,
go
let's
down
talk
each one.
Ant-Man. Okay.
So,
Quantumania.
did you see or did you hear about the teaser that they showed at Comic-Con?
No.
So, don't know much about the teaser, but I know it ends with Ant-Man saying I'm an Avenger and King the Conqueror saying I'm a conqueror. And so, pretty hype about that.
That's cool.
Just
That's
wanted
cool.
to bring that up.
No, thank you for bringing that up. I did not hear about that part in
Mhm.
particular. No. All I knew is that King the Conqueror is involved, obviously, with Quantumania, time travel, or at least the ability to bend time as you need, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm hyped, though. I mean, I'm excited to be excited about an Ant-Man movie. That's pretty cool.
I know, that's so strange.
I know, right? As far as like, I remember watching Ant-Man and the Wasp and realizing like, well, it's a fun movie and all. At the end of the day, the end credit scene was what made it tied into the overall MCU
Yeah.
of that phase, you know, which is kind of silly, but whatever.
I mean, there's also the whole time travel. That's all through the quantum realm. Shut the
That's
fuck
true.
up, John.
That's true.
Stop speaking logic.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when he went into the quantum realm at the end of that movie, like that was all, and he got stuck in it for a moment.
Yeah.
That was
Ant-Man
really the only significance of that.
is the reason we won Endgame. Just so you know.
That's very true.
It
No,
was
no,
his
no.
idea.
Not Ant-Man. It was the rat. It was the fucking rat.
Every homie needs a homeboy, okay?
Every Batman needs his Robin,
You know
whatever.
Ant-Man needs a rat man, so it worked out.
Very good, very good. Truth. You're right. And so with that, yeah, I mean, I'm hype. I'm surprised that they're kicking things off with an Ant-Man movie, but I imagine that they want to start like the cinematic universe again with Phase 5 strong. Obviously,
they're gonna show us the big bad.
Yeah. We finally get to see like what King the Conqueror is going to truly be about, because what we had in Loki, He Who Remains, which is like an offshoot and a variant, if you will, of King the Conqueror. So it'll be cool to see like what he actually is like as the Conqueror version of himself. So I'm too hype.
Same.
Yeah, dude.
100% same.
It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be fucking ridiculous. Anything else you want to say about this?
No,
this movie?
That's it. It's an Ant-Man. I'm gonna laugh. Who doesn't love Paul Rudd? You know, future baby daddy, yada yada.
Absolutely. One thing that I got to talk about, we can gloss over She-Hulk for now, right? Until we find out it's actually a great show, we don't need to talk about it much. Or do you want to?
I enjoyed the trailer that they released.
I haven't seen it. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
It has the Hulk in it. There's some nice comedy. Yep. We get to see her break the fourth wall. You get the tease of Daredevil at the very end.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
It looks like she's going to be a lawyer for the Abomination. So it's really cool that they're bringing back a character from like the bastard child of the franchise, you know?
Right. He got that one cameo quickly in Shang-Chi, and that's about it, right?
Mm-hmm. So did you know, like I've said in the past, I am trying to burn through the MCU, the first saga, and I finished watching Incredible Hulk. Did not realize it's not on Disney Plus. You have to watch it on HBO. Yeah.
Okay.
So
eventually they have to put that on there, right? Because it's part of the MCU still.
No.
Wow.
I mean, I don't really know what happened with the contract, but it was something like Universal owned the Hulk. And the only way Marvel was able to use that character was he had to be featured with other superheroes. That's why you don't see him in any solo movies.
Got you. Oh, I think I have heard that back in the day.
I just don't know if that's still a thing, but I know that was the cause.
It must be so. It must be so, considering the situation that it happens to still be a fact. Like, we haven't had a solo Hulk movie since Incredible Hulk. So, yeah, I guess that bears to mention.
Hulk smash.
Okay.
All right. Get to the next one. Let's do it.
All right. One thing that I did not see it coming as becoming a series, a longer form series as far as Disney Plus goes, but we actually have Secret Invasion coming to Disney Plus, which I'm actually excited for. At first, I was taken aback and a little skeptical, but over time, I have thought, you know what? At least they're stretching this story out to where it needs to be. I think it's going to be, what is it, like a 10 or 16 episode series?
I don't remember them announce. I mean, I just don't know if they did, but I don't remember them announcing a length of episodes. I know they did for Daredevil. I don't know if they did for that one.
I might be full of shit and thinking of another show that's going to be on Disney Plus.
Daredevil.
But there you go. I think Daredevil is going to be the long one. Pardon me.
I mean, since we're not there, I'm going to say it anyway. 18 episodes.
That's the one I was thinking of. Pardon me. So who knows? Maybe Secret Invasion is going to be like a 5-episode miniseries.
It'd probably be a miniseries, yeah. But yeah, they announced that way back.
Oh, that it was going to be a Disney Plus original?
Yeah,
there's
even screenshots of Emilia Clarke and Samuel L. Jackson walking around. There's like stills.
Yeah. Tight. It'll be nice to have them back in the show.
It'll be cool.
It'll be like in the MCU again. We haven't had Samuel back since like Captain Marvel or something like that. Maybe not that long ago, but something.
No, Captain Marvel or What If?
Oh, there you go. What If? Which he did technically do the voiceover for, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. There's that. But it'd be cool to have them back in the MCU. And I honestly, I have extremely limited knowledge of Secret Invasion, so I do plan on reading through that before watching the show.
Every single one of them dead.
Just eaten by a Skrull or Ezra Miller, who's also a Skrull.
Yes,
so it's okay.
Yes. But he became a Skrull by eating a Skrull.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's nice. The weird part about it. Oh.
Yeah, but you know what? Whatever works. It's canon now. It's canon. A film that is going to be in theaters on May 5th of next year. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's finally happening. Even Kevin Feige said it's finally coming. Like, crazy. Like, I didn't think it was going to have to take till Phase 5 to get it, but whatever. At least we're getting it now. I'm happy. I'm excited. It'll be fun to see what adventures they go on since Thor: Love and Thunder.
And this is supposed to be the last one.
Wow.
James Gunn said something like the story's going to end, but that doesn't mean all the characters are going to die or some shit like that. I already know. I mean, I feel like Drax is going to die because the actor's done. Like, he just doesn't want to play the character anymore. But Dave Bautista? Yeah, he doesn't want to play the character anymore.
Batista? Dave Bautista, who will make your coffee as a barista. I got you.
Know it. Or harass you if you're an Uber driver. I
didn't hear that story.
Wait, you've seen the movie, like Stuber or?
Oh, okay. I thought this was like a scandal he had in real life. I'm like, no. He seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah, he seems like an amazing person. There was a trailer for that one too. I guess the trailer did show Adam Warlock, Baby Rocket Raccoon. What and James Gunn did say that I think he said we were gonna hear his backstory, or that Rocket Raccoon has the saddest backstory in the MCU, something along those lines.
I mean, violins play every time someone insults him about being a rat or a raccoon or whatever. So,
and then the main villain is the High Evolutionary, which I have a feeling he's gonna be the one who like tweaked with Rocket, and that's probably how we'll get the backstory.
Sure, that'd be cool.
That's
super
that's
cool.
what the villain did in the comics. He would fuck with animals and make them smart and shit.
Oh, so there you go. Then
they're probably going to connect them. Yeah, they're going to connect them for sure.
Oh, then I look forward to some badass Rocket moments, and that'd be so cool.
DC, take notes.
They did. They hired Tim Gunn, and he did a great job for one movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie, actually. Yeah. Suicide Squad, great movie.
The Suicide Squad was.
You know what, guys? Just to hire all the directors that did Marvel.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that.
Absolutely. They probably should do stuff like that a little more often. Maybe that'd probably help them out. But I feel like a dumbass. I don't want to stay on Guardians too much longer, but I didn't even know there was a trailer. I feel like a moron.
They're like Comic-Con exclusive trailers though. Like you won't be able to find them online.
I'll find them somewhere. God damn it. But yeah, you're right. And then of course, another big movie for this year that's actually coming out, like we talked about, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Cool trailer, super emotional.
Great.
Made me choke up a couple times.
Panther? Give a guess. Who's gonna be the Black Panther?
Shuri, probably.
I'm gonna say, just because I want to be random about it, Killmonger.
Okay. I mean, he's alive for a moment in What If, so I mean, you're not outside of the realm of possibility.
Nobody ever dies in the MCU except the Black Widow. She dead.
She for whatever reason, she gets to be dead.
Yeah, Gamora came back. I don't know how that worked, but Black Widow did. I'm talking like pancake on the floor dead. Strawberry jam everywhere.
Oh, Jesus God. Strawberry jam. It's terrible. But you're right. But Wakanda Forever, extremely crazy trailer. I look forward to it. They made it very dramatic and yet full of mystery. I'm going to say, though, the Black Panther is going to be a female because you get that one scene where you see the suit at the end of the trailer and that booty, it looks like a female booty. I'm just saying it right now. I'm calling it right now.
I'm gonna
I'd be
write this
fine with
down
that.
and give you all the shit later.
It wouldn't be the first guy butt that I found attractive, so I'll say that much.
Mm,
Henry Cavill is definitely a thing,
mm.
so there's that.
Ah,
Not
respect.
that I ever, now that I think about it, I don't remember seeing his butt on camera very much, but I can imagine it
In
being
here,
greatness
in
anyway. Yeah,
here, seen the whole thing.
lives in the spank bank
ain't
rent
ain't
free.
no censors in here.
No, 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 no. There should be, but there aren't. That's a shame. Let me call you right back, sir, and we'll continue this bullshit.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, we got a little bit more. Let's rapid fire through some of them if we need to. We got Echo. Great. The Dolphin is part of the MCU. I'm very happy about that. Very much so.
Rumored to be the first series to bring up Jessica Jones.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're saying that the whole point of Daredevil being in that show is he's looking for Jessica Jones. Let's see if that's true or not.
Very nice. That would be tight.
Besides that, I don't give a shit.
Right, due to follow the events of Hawkeye, so it'll be cool to see what exactly the fuck is going on with that. And then, of course, one of our favorite Disney Plus shows that we've had in the MCU, Loki season 2, is guaranteed to happen around summer 2023. So that's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
That's gonna be an amazing show.
We do have on November 3rd, 2023, Blade coming to theaters. So that's going to be awesome.
I'm so excited about those movies, or that movie in particular.
I can't believe they're doing it. I can't believe they're finally doing it. I mean, I know that like Mr. Ali had been slated to be him for a while now, but finally we're getting it. Marshall Ali, it's gonna be awesome.
He's gonna do fucking amazing.
I mean, he looks like he's perfect for the role. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Too hype. That's all there is to it. But was there any footage revealed or anything like that, that you're aware
not
of?
for Blade. No, I don't think they've said anything else besides that date, which I guarantee you will be delayed.
God damn it. I'm hoping not, but you might be right.
They always get delayed. I mean, has there not been a movie in this phase that wasn't delayed so far?
That's true. I mean, well, technically this is phase 5, so you never know. You never know. Now we are beyond phase 4. We've been as far as some of the projects that we've listed already. Speaking of another one that my fiance Sin was pretty hype about was Ironheart. So Riri Williams actually gets to be Ironheart, or the female Iron Man, if you will.
I was gonna say the new Iron Man to replace Iron Man.
And apparently she's gonna be in Wakanda Forever beforehand.
She's in the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer,
I didn't notice.
God damn it! Oh, really? It was the person who was making a heart out of the iron. That wasn't a big enough Easter egg for you. It was literally a heart made out of iron.
I was too busy trying to hold in tears while I watched the damn trailer to notice what the fuck was going on, apparently. Dear God. I am ashamed, but okay, now that I know to look for it, I'll be sure to watch it again. Another show that might be fun, we'll see. Agatha Coven of Chaos. I'm hoping for great things. Winter 2023 on Disney Plus. Let's see how it goes.
What happens? Yeah, I'm kind of done. Like, character was fun, but it's also been like 2 or 3 years. But we'll see.
Right? Yeah. We'll see. I mean, yeah, Catherine Hahn's awesome. We'll just see how it goes. And then, of course, a big boy show that we talked about earlier that you had mentioned, spring 2024. God, we have a long way to go before this comes out. But Daredevil, Born Again on Disney Plus. Starring Mr. Charlie Cox and, of course, Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. Holy moly. Awesome.
Crazy the journey that those guys have gone through. Went from being but is a Marvel show to being canceled to coming back to being an actual Marvel show. That's so cool.
Ridiculous. Yeah, canceled on Netflix, now allowed back on Disney Plus, and then now, hey, you're going to get like the longest MCU series that's ever aired before on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. And hopefully it's similar-ish to the Netflix series.
I wouldn't doubt it. I think they would be making a huge mistake if they didn't let it have that similar tone, you know.
God, but we'll see. I hope they bring back Bullseye. You really need to see season 3. Season 3 is easily the best season out of that whole show.
I'm very open to the idea of it, but you're right. I need to take time and get back to it again. I really do need to get back to it. You're right. All right. Next up, another movie that's going to be coming out later on, right before summer rolls out in 2024. Captain America: New World Order. So
Meh,
instantly, when I read the name Captain America, obviously, well,
meh.
not obviously, but foolishly enough for me, my mind went to Chris Evans and was like, "Oh my God, what the fuck is happening?" But obviously, probably not going to be a thing. That's going to be played by
Bro.
the character of Captain America will be Sam
Sam
Wilson.
Wilson. I told you last episode. Chris
Yeah.
Evans literally responded to the people who said that, and he said Sam Wilson is Captain America.
Which is great. Which is great though. I'm happy
Meh.
about it.
Meh.
Anthony Mackie did great in the
He's a
series. In the
great
series,
actor. I
yeah.
think he's an amazing actor, but
Hurt
he's not
Locker,
my Captain
ridiculous.
America. He's not my Captain America.
Even
He'll
after the
never
series,
be.
still not. Well,
That
to be
series was
fair,
kind of shitty.
I think they only changed the title of the series to Captain America and Winter Soldier for the final episode. So there
Yeah.
was that.
And the only good thing from that whole series was Zemo dancing, and it wasn't even in the show.
Fair enough. I
It
do
was
want
an
to
okay
watch this.
show. Yeah,
I
I'd watch
liked
it
it.
again. Yeah,
I,
agreed.
I need. I've been feeling the need to watch it again, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a brand new movie, though. I imagine. I mean, Captain America. It's now gonna tie in movie count with Thor, if I'm not mistaken, with this movie. I think he's gonna have like 4 or 5
4 and 4.
originals now.
Yeah, because Civil War is a Captain America movie, but it's
Correct.
not. It's an
I know,
Avengers
right?
movie, but
And
yeah,
that's a great point. It is more of an Avengers movie than anything. Very good call.
with the
And then we have
bromance in it.
right
Sorry.
a movie. A movie I wouldn't have expected to be a movie. I thought this would be more of a series to kind of help establish these characters a little bit more. But as we talked about recently, Thunderbolts is going to be coming out in a
Meh.
couple years as well. But really, the movie, I mean, hey, maybe it'll surprise us and it becomes great. But another movie that's coming out in November of 2024, Fantastic Four. They're trying it again for the third time. We'll see how it goes.
Now,
I'm hoping for greatness. I'm hoping for absolute greatness, especially now that we know that John Krasinski is going to very well be
he's.
a part of this.
I don't think he is. Is that actually
No?
confirmed? Just
I
because
mean, he
in
was Mr.
they
Fantastic.
in a alternate universe where they made him unbelievably stupid.
I don't.
The director himself said that Kevin Feige put him in because it was like a dream casting for the fans. But
True.
that's it. He's not a good Mr. Fantastic.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Oh wow! I mean, I'm very open to the idea. I don't think he would want to turn down the money for one, and the overall.
Well, too
just
bad
like
they turned him down. He could have been Captain America, but they went Chris Evans.
That's true. That's true. But this
true
is like his second chance. This is his reborn.
So
is right here.
I hope I say this right because it was on their show and they said whenever they have a hot scoop, you have to say it just like this. But this is a rumor from the Weekly Planet's hot scoop or shot of poop.
Yep. Yep.
And there's rumors circulating that I don't know the guy's name, but like the bad guy in The Boys, that Superman villain,
Anthony
dude,
Starr.
that he might be Doctor Doom. That's like the rumors that are going around right now.
I have been seeing that on Twitter as well. A lot of people keep commenting on Anthony Starr's tweets like Doctor Doom, Doctor Doom.
He's gonna be
Dr.
the big
Doom.
bad. I really think that's why we're getting Kang so early because we didn't really see Thanos until Infinity War, and it was like 2 seconds. Not Infinity War. I'm sorry, Avengers. It was like 2 seconds. It was like a smirk.
Yeah, it was just a little purple smile, and that was about it.
So I think. Well, go ahead and name the last two movies. I think there's only two more movies.
Well, I mean, after that we have truly Phase 6. Which is going to be Avengers, our first Avengers film in quite a long time, the King Dynasty, and then of course Avengers Secret Wars in November. Yeah. So one being in May and then following up in November. So now we automatically are confirmed like probably a two-parter of some sorts.
Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you right now, Doctor Doom is the big bad.
That would be ridiculous.
He's too. It's like Magneto. You're not gonna make Magneto like the Red Skull. You're not only gonna have him in one movie and then he comes back as a guest character in a way better movie. You know, I strongly believe that Doctor Doom is going to be the big bad.
If they're gonna do this, if that's what they want to do, that would be cool. but please don't let it be the powers of combined of the Fantastic Four that put him in a swirly, sticky, rocky tornado.
That was like well, first of all, that's the Super Scroll, and Fox didn't know what the hell they were doing. That's the difference.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Crazy to
the
think
Super Scroll. Are you talking about the second iteration of the Fantastic Four?
No, I'm trying to tell you that what they did to Doom, where
Oh,
he
I
had
see
all the
what you're saying.
powers, is actually a nod to Super Scroll.
Okay.
Who has all the Fantastic Four powers.
Right. Tenderizer, all that good stuff. Yeah.
MVC3 nerd.
Stretchy arm attack. Yeah.
Yeah, now you got it, Mr. Elastic.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, these movies, we're finally getting Avengers films after years upon years upon years. It's wild. It's kind of crazy to think. When was the last time we had an Avengers movie? Was it Endgame?
Yeah,
it had to have been.
Well, I'm pretty close to watching the first one. I'm almost done with Captain America: The First Avenger. Almost done with Phase 1. Oh, what a grind! What a grind!
First Avenger, and then how many films do you have before you reach Avengers at that point?
No, then it's the Avengers.
That's it?
It's shorter than I remember. And I know the order now. Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, First Avenger, then the Avengers.
Oh, wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
Yep,
so that all happened within what, like 3 years or something like that?
3 or 4 years. And Black Widow was introduced in Iron Man 2. Hawkeye was introduced in Thor.
Yes, because he was the one that like was holding down the base.
He was scoping him out.
Thor tried to grab Mjolnir. Yeah. That's right. Wow. And I totally forgot that. That's right. We meet Black Widow because she's like training in that boxing ring, right?
She's not training. She's just kicking Happy's ass. You just find out she's like an agent.
That's right.
She's been working with S.H.I.E.L.D. to scope out Tony.
That's right. I forgot her purpose in that. Okay. It's all coming back. But yeah, ultimately, this is ridiculous. Like, it's nice to see that even in the beginning of Phase 4, when Kang gets introduced in Quantumania, he's going to be lasting throughout that entire phase and going all the way through to the very end of the next phase, Phase 5, with the Kang Dynasty. So, kind of crazy how it's going to become like a progressive situation where that motherfucker is just not going to die.
It's Doom.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I think he's gonna backstab him in the Kang Dynasty, and he's gonna be the reason for Secret Wars.
I'm hoping so. That would be awesome. That'd be great. But we'll see what happens.
We'll find out on Wakanda Forever. I mean, he's rumored to be in it.
It's gonna be ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I'm hyped. I'm scared. I'm extremely hopeful that this ends up being great because, like we've talked about in episodes past, Phase 4, while there have been great shows, movie-wise,
it's been pretty meh.
Hit or miss.
Agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Like, big swings, just not quite answering the way that we need them to.
Maybe too big.
Probably. Sure.
Just saying.
Well, while we're on the topic of big swings and everything like that, and being hopeful, is there anything else you wanted to talk about before we go for the day? Please, by all means. Or are you good?
I mean, I brought up the fact that I'm watching the MCU. That's still a fucking grind. Going to be starting Phase 2 very soon.
Nice.
And I think that's it. I mean, you brought up everything that was important at Comic-Con, even the non-important stuff like DC. Fuck you, Diego. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Jesus, all right. Well, then, of course, on that beautiful note of fucking Diego in the ear, an episode of Beer Belly would not be complete without John's lovely words of wisdom for the week. So, good sir, lay it on us.
Okay. After you're done listening to this episode, listen to this episode about 3 more times because we need the listens, and like it about 7 times because we definitely need the likes. And when you're done doing that, listen to the rest of the catalog. And then if you have time, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out another podcast because it's making me so sad that they're going on a hiatus. Listen to the Weekly Planet. They're a great podcast. Watched this month's episodes. They were all really good. Get them some views. But first, again, listen to us.
Yes.
We're the important ones.
That's right. They're going on hiatus for the month of August, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taking a break. That's
Like,
good though.
Yeah, they'll be back like September 7th or 5th.
I thought they usually did that around the holidays too. So
No,
sure.
but from what they were saying, that this is like a legit break. Like, he's not posting anything on YouTube. They're not going to be on their social media. Just like complete break.
A
Whenever they do it
cleanse.
in the beginning of the year, that's how they typically would do it. They would
Mhm.
still post things. It just wasn't their main podcast. And from my understanding, they're just taking a long needed break.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad they get to then. Fuck it. I'm sure their fan base will still be there when they come back because they're super successful and awesome. But obviously, we come first.
You know it. We're important.
Sounds good. All right. Well, then, like John said, rate us all the stars on whatever platform you happen
All
to
of
listen
them.
or watch us on. Video episodes. If you've been listening this whole time, but you want to know what our dumb faces look like and the weird things that we have to say and how we look like when we say them, Spotify is your way to go. We also upload some fun clips on YouTube now and then. So again, share us with your friends if they happen to like silly shit like you do. We may just be up their alley too. Who's to say? I got into the Weekly Planet because John was the one that suggested them to me and the rest of our friend groups. And yeah, they're a great podcast. Who knows? Maybe you'll have a friend as idiotic as yourself that might like what we have to do. Occasionally, we talk about stuff we care about like this. Most of the time, we just become buzzed messes by drinking too much beer each time. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments you want us to refer to in future episodes, send them in, DM us, or comment on any of our social media posts. It's all linked in episode descriptions, of course. BeerBellyPod@gmail.com if you prefer. But otherwise, this has been another episode of Beer Belly, and we'll see you next week. Be safe, stay clean, wipe your pee-pee every once in a while, and have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.